Oh crap, it remembers. It remembers me. It knows who I am. It knows my secrets. Jeez. Oh, jeez. No.
Does any of this have any meaning to you?
No. It's all just freaking weird and creepy, man.
Seriously? Is it a different house every time?
It's the same house, but it's different. It's different. So, I don't know, man. I can't explain it. Here I go. What's up? Toilet.
Toilets.
Crap. Is that a flashlight? You know what? Screw you people. Yes. I don't want this. I don't want this. Okay. Oh, jeez. What? Okay. Yeah, let me the crap out. Can I get out, please?
Why not?
Do I have to do something with this weird baby? Oh, jeez. I don't even want to look at the screen, man. Right. Okay. I'm definitely awake. I mean, I'm awake.
Oh, I hear dogs! Where'd you go? Away from you, mister! Oh! I thought it was those dogs. It turns out it was just a menu. I hear nature creatures. Oh! Jeez! Frickin' menu! I am totally looking forward to Fallout 4. The one part of me was thinking that if, oh jeez! Oh crap! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, it's too much. I can't take it. Oh man. Was that good for you guys too? What? Jeez, no! Ah! What? Invisible dogs! Oh jeez! Oh, that's not staying put. This is Jack. Oh, oh jeez! Oh jeez! Oh man! Oh! Oh!
Ivan, are you there? We were attacked.
What? Oh man! Oh! Oh jeez! Oh, shark! What do I do? That's my shadow. Okay. Alright, let's see if this ladder holds together better than the last one. What's that sound? What is that sound? Oh my gosh! What did you... Oh! Oh! Okay. Gotta check on that body every once in a while, make sure it's still there. Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez! Oh! Oh, jeez, hi!
Is someone there?
Yes! Oh my gosh, I'm here! Oh my gosh! Oh, what the crap? Oh, jeez.
Like every year for your insurance, you have to go get...
Oh, jeez! I'm sorry, did I scare you?
You scared me.
I'm so sorry.
More than that did.
Oh, jeez! When I was in college, and we stayed up late watching, like, Mystery Science... Oh my gosh! Holy crap! Holy crap! Did that get you?
Nope. You are so jumpy.
It's when I have these headphones on, it makes it so much worse because it's so much more present. Gosh. He's gonna jump up here any second and scare me again. Oh my gosh! Run! Run! How's the run? Where's the run button?
Hey, do you ever wake up your kids when you do this?
Oh! Can we open up these? Stabby, stabby!
That startled me.
And so you're thinking about like helping mom and dad?
As they get older, I want to be more aware of any diagnoses, any medications they're on.
Oh.
And that way then I would feel like I could help them.
Oh, dogs! Jeez Louise! Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, I know we were having a moment there. Oh, jeez! Oh, jeez! I get him. I need... Oh, bad guy! Oh! What the crap? What the crap? Oh, jeez! Oh. Oh! Oh, there it is! Oh, robot dog! Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh! Yeah, I was just assuming that because it's so scary, it's going to be difficult mechanically. But... Oh, jeez! Oh, crap! Oh! Oh! Jeez! Is it easy enough for me to get to... I tried, so help me, I tried! I tried! Oh, he's gonna kill me now! No, I'm dead. Feel free to let me know if you see the little save icon spinning somewhere. I can't remember what part of the screen it shows up in. Oh, jeez! Oh, my gosh! Oh, jeez! Oh, there's behind me! Oh my gosh! Who is texting me right now? Oh! Oh! Stabby! 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 Oh, jeez! Is there a bad guy in here? Is that my shadow? Oh, it's my shadow. Jeez. I'd still really like a new... Oh! Okay, just a ladder. Okay, so there's... Okay, good. I love it when they have waypoints to tell me where to go. Okay, so I've got a ways to walk here. Oh, jeez! Oh my gosh! What the crap? I can't do anything! I'm trying to shoot! Oh my gosh! I can't do anything! Reloads! What the crap? Oh, man. Did you know you were gonna get one that soon? Oh my gosh. I thought I was gonna be retracing my steps for a while. Oh my gosh. Is this even on my route? Do I need to be going here? Ah, every noise is scary. What? Oh, I hear something! Oh, jeez, every noise is scary. Every noise. Ah. Jeez. Ah. Oh. What is that? There's a gurgling. Do you hear the gurgling? Oh, jeez. Oh. Ah. 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 Oh my gosh. Capacity. No adjacent. Oh, that's just me. Okay. I saw my head moving in from the left. Oh, you hear that? There's wet feet, sticky feet. Oh, sticky wet feet. Oh, there's something. Oh, get off of me. Are you on me? It's on me. Get off me. Hey. Ugh. Oh, geez, what? What? Oh, get off. Get off. Oh, jeez. Go. Hey, 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 hey. Would you give me a chance to shoot my gun? Oh, jeez. Reload. My gosh. Oh, jeez. More bullets. Hey, 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 hey. Health pack, health pack! Get out of there, Isaac! Run!
Please confirm ignition.
Oh, that leaper! There's a leaper! He's a leaper! You gotta run, Jake! You got Isaac! Oh, Isaac! Run! Take your... or don't stop. Take your health pack. Health pack. Am I all out of health packs? I was like full stocked up on them. What the crap? That's cheating! Switch weapons! I'm dead. Hey, I'm Peter Franson from christiangeekcentral.com and Spirit Blade Productions. Right now, I want to take a look at the question, should Christians enjoy scary entertainment or horror entertainment? The Bible teaches that we shouldn't be afraid and that God has not given us a spirit of fear. So is it unhelpful or maybe even harmful to enjoy entertainment designed to scare us? Well, that depends. First, I want to take a quick survey of how the Bible talks about fear. In the Old Testament, the same Hebrew word, yareh, was used to tell the Israelites they should not fear their enemies, and same word used to tell them that they should fear Yahweh. Translated both as fear and be afraid, yareh means to fear, revere, or be afraid. Genesis 46:3, and all these are taken from the ESV translation. Genesis 46:3 says, Then he said, I am God, the God of your father. Do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for there I will make you into a great nation. Leviticus 25:17 says, You shall not wrong one another, but you shall fear your God, for I am Yahweh your God. Deuteronomy 3:22-23 says, And I commanded Joshua at that time, Your eyes have seen all that Yahweh your God has done to these two kings. So will Yahweh do to all the kingdoms into which you are crossing. You shall not fear them, for it is Yahweh your God who fights for you. And Deuteronomy 7:17 and 18 says, If you say in your heart, These nations are greater than I, how can I dispossess them? You shall not be afraid of them, but you shall remember what Yahweh your God did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt. Now in the New Testament, the most common word translated as fear is the Greek word phobeo, which means to fear, be afraid, or to reverence, venerate, to treat with deference, or reverential obedience. Matthew 10:28 says, And do not fear those who, this is Jesus, and do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Another Greek word translated as fear now and then is delos, which means timidity, fearfulness, cowardice. Matthew 8:26 says, And he said to them, Why are you afraid, O you of little faith? Then he rose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. Some translations will even put not of timidity there instead of fear. While phobeo deals more with the Hebrew kind of yareh kind of fear, dealing with like fear and reverence, delos is more about, or is it delos? I'm not sure, I can't remember where the emphasis is more about being timid or anxious. In Mark 4:39-41, actually both of these Greek words are used. Those verses read, And he awoke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said to them, Why are you so afraid, delos? Have you still no faith? And they were filled with great fear, phobeo, and said to one another, who then is this that even the wind and the sea obey him? So to try and summarize what the Bible seems to say about fear, when it comes to anything other than God himself, we are not to be afraid, either in the sense of intimidation and submission, or in the sense of timid anxiety. Israel was not to be intimidated by and submissive to their enemies. Instead, they were to be intimidated by and submissive to Yahweh. Although our parents and governments are flawed parallels, they're still worth bringing up to kind of help illustrate a little bit here. Our fear of, say, the patrolling police car and our fear of our parents' discipline causes us to submit. And in that process, again, assuming for the moment that, we have good parents and governments in this illustration, in that process of submitting as a result of our fear, we are protected and cared for. God is our creator, so he has every right to ask for our submission to him. He is all-powerful, so we have every reason to fear his ability to discipline. He is immeasurably loving and wise, so he can be trusted as we submit to him. Now, by contrast, anything and anyone else we might fear lacks the authority, the power, and the character, at least in and of themselves, to be worthy of our intimidation and submission. And this, of course, includes sources of what I would call fun fear. Real fear is based on our perception of the real world and what we suspect to be real harm that could come to us or to those we love. Fun fear is dependent on our recognition that what we are experiencing is not real and that we are ultimately safe. When experiencing fun fear, for whatever reason, maybe for the adrenaline rush, to force our minds away from real-life preoccupations, or to test our quote-unquote bravery, which, I don't think we can really call it bravery in those instances, we are purposefully subjecting ourselves to an experience that contains superficial resemblance to real or imagined dangers, but is actually completely safe. It's as though we are willing participants in a practical joke that we're playing on ourselves, setting ourselves up for, literally getting scared silly as we find ourselves laughing over our own fearful reactions in the aftermath of a horror movie or a haunted house. In the same way that boys can play wrestle without really fighting, I'm convinced that fun fear is not the real fear or anxiety that the Bible teaches against. And yet, just like a game of wrestling can be taken too far and result in hurt feelings or hurt bodies, fun fear can lead us into real fear or real anxiety if we don't set boundaries for ourselves. For example, if I go see a horror movie with a monster that uses darkness strategically to hide and hunt, and then I hesitate to take the garbage out that night before my wife has to ask me to do it, because the darkness outside is intimidating to me so soon after watching that movie, well, I've now allowed a fun fear experience to inhibit my readiness to love and serve my wife and think of her interests and needs. Resident Evil 7 features a wheelchair-bound elderly woman who is designed to be creepy. A number of movies also use infirm elderly characters to scare or creep out audiences. Do those fictional experiences feed into a fear of the elderly in my mind that would keep me from visiting a nursing home? Or if I watch a movie in which a character's loved ones are suddenly or horribly killed, does that fuel my real-life anxiety, causing me to have dark, recurring thoughts about the deaths of my loved ones? I remember a time when things were going really well for me, and I had this strange feeling that something bad was going to happen. And I just took some time out. I thought about it. I was like, why am I feeling this way? I have no reason to feel this way. Why in the world am I feeling this way? I chased down that thought and was able to trace it back to, it wasn't for sure in my mind that this was the cause, but really what came to mind was the realization that there's this trend in movies, and I take in a lot of fiction, There's a trend in movies and TV shows, all kinds of fiction, for everything to go horribly wrong just as things are going like as well as they possibly could be. I mean, you know this moment I'm talking about. It's like it's a birthday party in the park. Children and parents are laughing with echoing voices, and they're playing in slow motion just before the man in the trench coat pulls out his machine gun and starts killing everybody, you know? Or if you think of the flashback sequence from a classic movie probably most of you have seen, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, when Sarah Connor has her flashback of like or her vision of the day of, you know, the bombs going off and everyone melting. It's on a playground and she's laughing and the children, this is like exactly, you know, that you've seen this same scene before. You know, the children are laughing and playing slow motion, echoey voices, and then boom, the bomb goes off and everybody's flesh gets fried off of their bones, you know. We just see that device used so often in fiction that they set up this beautiful moment that then gets crushed, you know. And so I realized, oh crap, that is probably why I'm wondering, is something bad going to happen? Because I've just taken in so many stories that use that device. And so without realizing it, it was beginning to have an effect on how I was feeling about the real world, about real life. Now, we all have different fears, triggers, and patterns in our thought lives, so we each have the responsibility to examine our fears and anxieties and the entertainment that may be fueling them. Likewise, seasons of life change, and something that didn't harm our thoughts at one time may be a problem for us now, or the other way around. I'd suggest a good rule of thumb is to stay away from entertainment that influences our thoughts negatively, or otherwise fuels tendencies in us that are counter to God's will. Our aim should be to really take the time to think tactically about everything we absorb. Think about the effects that we're feeling it has on us, or when we see sin or anxiety or whatever in our lives, think about what might be contributing to that. It requires that we take some time out to think about this, both before we enter into some kind of entertainment or long after, when we just can't figure out, why do I feel this way? What could be feeding into this thought, these kinds of thoughts in my mind, you know. So really it takes thinking tactically about everything we absorb and only taking enjoyment from things that contribute to a life lived for God. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, "So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God." And fun fear experiences can absolutely glorify God in how they affect us. For example, scary games are often too intense for me to really enjoy. I do pull them out, you know, I guess these days every year or so to help me stay awake at the tail end of like an Extra Life marathon. But I do love laughing at and challenging myself to get through a creepy movie experience. I enjoy that. I've also been in a situation where I'm stressed out or preoccupied about something, and you know, I've successfully avoided the temptation of using entertainment as an escape. I don't always do that. I fail at that, certainly. But I want to take a moment and stop here and just be clear. I'm not advocating that we use entertainment as a means of escaping our problems rather than dealing with them, processing them, taking them to God and praying through them and getting wisdom from the Word that can help correct our thinking and help us endure in those stressful circumstances. So I'm not advocating this as like an alternative to that. I'm talking about a situation I've been in where I have avoided the temptation to use entertainment as an escape, and instead I've taken my problems to God. I've taken time in Scripture and prayer to deal with those stressful thoughts in a conversation with Him. I've reminded myself of truths that counteract the stress-inducing thoughts I'm having. A number of times that really does help me. But sometimes, even after all that, I still can't empty my brain of those counterproductive thoughts. In those cases, a horror movie can successfully jolt my brain out of unhealthy, cyclical thoughts and help me burn off some of that anxious energy. So while I don't think they should be entered into thoughtlessly, I believe fun fear entertainment experiences can be a legitimate source of laughter, life reflection, or a nice way to hit the reset button on a preoccupied brain. Oh jeez! 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 Jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh.